Along with the latest DC hero to get his own movie, we're bringing you an RT25 fan favorite about a different DC character. Think bats instead of beetles. Plus a full slate of animated options that includes a movie based on a 16th century novel, an R-rated comedy with a doggone good cast, and the return of a popular Hulu show. This is what to watch.
Host acquired.
Who said that?
Systems checking. 3,
Okay,
2.
it's gonna be okay.
Landing in theaters is the DC superhero film Blue Beetle. This character dates back to comic book pages from 1939 and derives his powers from a scarab that gives him the ability to produce a super strong exoskeleton around his form and create various tools and weapons based on whatever he can imagine. That classic coolness is reason number one to give this a try. Another big reason to set a viewing trap for this Beetle is that it marks the first solo live-action film for a Latino superhero. On top of that, director Angel Manuel Soto said that building an authentic Mexican-American family around the main star with a variety of accents and experiences similar to the comics was a big part of making this film. As for a third reason to check this one out, take your pick. How about the fact that Susan Sarandon is playing a villain? Or that Blue Beetle aka Jaime Reyes is played by Xolo Maridueña of Cobra Kai fame in his first lead film role. Get it, Xolo?
We're tonight's entertainment. Well, hello, beautiful. You look nervous.
Another great option for this week is a brand new flick called The Dark Knight. No, wait, it's actually one of the best movies of the past quarter century and is the winner of the RT25 fan vote pick. We asked fans to vote for their favorite movies from the last 25 years, and to no one's surprise, really, The Dark Knight came out on top, maintaining a 94% audience score with over 500,000 audience ratings since it was released in 2008. And if you know anything about people, and movie fans especially, that's an impressive feat. No offense to everybody watching. On top of that fan love, the critics have been feeling this one for quite a while too. In fact, we surveyed a bunch of individually approved Tomato Meter critics about their favorite movies from the past 25 years, and this was number 4 after we tallied everything up. Another great reason to rewatch it. Also, The Dark Knight garnered some serious accolades, in part because of the magnetic performance of the late Heath Ledger. He posthumously won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar as part of 2 wins and a total of 8 nominations, to go along with over $1 billion earned at the box office. Just that, you know.
He's incredible.
He saved our town. Sort of.
Woo! Monkey King!
Hitting Netflix this week is the computer-animated flick The Monkey King. This fantasy comedy was inspired by the epic Ming Dynasty novel Journey to the West, which was published in the 16th century and is one of the most popular literary works in East Asia. So yeah, it's the first reason to give this one a try. Plus, the title character is voiced by Jimmy O. Yang, who you no doubt loved in Silicon Valley, and he takes on the Dragon King voiced by Bowen Yang, who you loved on SNL. That's reason number 2 and 2.1 to enjoy The Monkey King. The final reason is that director Anthony Stacchi has a pretty impressive background. He was a longtime effects animator at Industrial Light and Magic, worked on films like Back to the Future 2 and 3, Hook, The Rocketeer, and James and the Giant Peach, but really, I had you at Back to the Future 2, didn't I? Yeah.
Humped anything before?
I wouldn't say I've humped, per se.
There you go, Red.
I'm doing good.
Tell it Gnome you're his daddy.
Hey, Gnome, I'm your father. It's good to finally meet you,
Richie.
even under these strange circumstances.
Wandering into theaters is another animal offering, Strays. This R-rated comedy comes with a super impressive first reason to check it out, and that's its voice cast. It includes Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, Will Forte, Isla Fisher, Randall Park, and Sofia Vergara. I could name even more, like Rob Riggle, but they told me to move on. Josh Gad. The film follows an abandoned dog who ends up joining with other strays as they help him get revenge on his former owner, which sounds like a great reason to bark up this tree, unless of course you've been a bad dog owner. Shame on you. And Strays was produced by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, whose names might sound familiar as the writers and directors of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and the Lego Movie, not to mention the live-action 22 and 21 Jump Streets.
A big part of the mission is us fitting in on Earth. Everyone looked like a perfect non-weird family. Why do you have to be like this?
And flying in from out of this world on Hulu for a 4th season, Solar Opposites. Look no further than the Tomato Meter for the first reason to tune into this series, where the previous 3 seasons are all fresh, including 2 of them at 100%. And the tomato meter doesn't go above that. Believe me, we've tried. The critics have called it charming, hilarious, and surprisingly sincere. Another reason to check it out is that both creators have worked on other great projects previously, like Rick and Morty and Mike McMahon on Star Trek Below Decks. Both great shows. And lastly, don't forget about the wonderful voice cast who are returning for Season 4, which includes Thomas Middleditch, Christina Hendricks, Alfred Molina, Sterling K. Brown, and Kieran Culkin. We would name more, but we're getting the wrap it up signal, so let's do that. Well, there it is, 5 picks that will certainly brighten up your dark night. Be sure to let us and your fellow viewers know in the comments what you did check out, whether it was on this list or not. Remember to check out RottenTomatoes.com for the latest updates on scores and reviews for everything mentioned, as well as the movie and TV world at large. That's all for today, Fresh Family. Until next week, stay fresh.